think the challenges in community-based space? What's there's quite a few when it comes to NRP or resuscitation, but like, what do you hear the most? What do people complain about the most?
Probably the two biggest complaints that we hear or concerns that we hear are, number one, how do we access the equipment and what's the right equipment? That's a real struggle for people to figure out, this one thing is right in hospital, but what's right in community, and how do we get it? Where is it? How do we buy it? And we've spent years working with, going up to in his hands at the conferences and saying, hey, we need you to carry the T-piece. Can you do that? Can you get this product for us? Because, we understand how hard it can be. It was super difficult for me when I came to the birth center in 2014 to get a hold of that equipment. So we're working on that to make it easier and more accessible for people and for them to know the right way to use it. Probably really three things, actually. The second thing is finding instructors that are willing to teach you how to use it in a community setting, especially the higher level skills like the IO med administration, that sort of stuff. They'll often just say, oh, you're not going to do that, or EMS will be there, they'll do that, so dealing with that.
Well, that's a great lead in. Do you have one more topic? Because I have a question.
And then the third biggest thing that we really hear is, well, am I allowed to do that? Is that in my scope? Am I supposed to do that? And so that's a big discussion there with people.
Well, you and I have just been recently talking about this, and that is a big one. Am I allowed? Does my license allow it? These are all big questions that we have, but really there's a very simple answer, right? And you and I have the same answer, and it's basically, do you want to go to jail because you let someone die or because you saved their life? Because jail's on the table either way.
Right.
And I would rather the publicity say, I would rather go to jail because it saved someone's life.
Right.
So, yeah.
And it's horrible that anybody has to be in that place. So, working with your legislatures, working with your regs so that we can get it so we're not in that place. There's people across the country who've been working for that for years. But just knowing that, when you teach NRP, we're told, I'm not certifying you. I'm just helping you to see what these skills are and saying that you performed them adequately in front of me. It's not a certification. Performing these skills is a lifelong learning thing. Where you're going to keep practicing them and drilling them and working with your local hospital to know how that can be done safely if we can get you that sort of situation. So it's multifaceted. I get that. There's no simple answer, but it does boil down to the simple fact of, do you want to be the one who didn't save that baby, but could have possibly learned and had the skills and the equipment to do it?
Ooh, that's it. Well, so 50 different states, 5 different midwifery component titles. There's a lot of different laws. There's a lot of different drama. But what we at Midwifery Wisdom do is we try to support the space. So we are focused on the community-based space. And what I love about what you do, Julie, and why I'm so excited about us collaborating on some projects is that you focus on that competence in the space and forget about the titles and the pathways to education. And I love that about you. So thank you.